It has been a minute since we have been together on this channel, and I am so glad that you are joining me for this year's 2025 seed haul garden plan. And we're going to talk a little bit about winter stratification. Not much, but if you make it through to the very end of the video, we're going to be talking about a giveaway, how you can be part of that giveaway, and how to qualify to be a participant in that giveaway. So if you all are new here, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Dream. This is Where the Yokels Grow, my channel. It's an urban homestead channel because I have an 1.5 acres in the city of Arlington, Texas, which is just 20 miles west of Dallas, Texas. Enough said about that. If you guys who have been here all this time, we just celebrated our 3rd year anniversary, and I want to personally thank you so very much for being here from the beginning, or a year ago, or 2 years ago. Thank you so much for your love and support. I wouldn't be here right now doing this again if it wasn't for your all's encouragement. Come back, come back, come back. So after a much needed mental health break, I am back at the channel, and it's time to wake it all up again. So let's get this seed haul and garden plan of 2025 started. So we have several companies that I have gotten seeds from. Let's talk about our first haul, and that is for my budget gardeners. This is all Dollar Tree. Yes, I said it, Dollar Tree. I either paid $1.25 for the large packages or $4 for $1.25. And I'm sorry, but you can't beat it. And I'm telling you right now, my experience with these seeds are 100% germination every year. So let's start with what we are going to be planting right now that has to be planted in January. And if you're seeing this, I probably already have planted these, but I am late to the game. And for those of you who are in our area, I am in zone 8B now instead of zone 8A. And it is time to be planting wildflower seeds for our early pollinators that are going to come. All of my wildflower seeds, except for a few of them, all came from Dollar Tree, and they always do really well. I've never had any problems with them. So let's go through the varieties first. We're going to start with the shade. It's the Wildflower Blend Shade area. And then we have the Wildflower Blend Pollinator. And I'm going to try and go as fast as I can with this, just because I don't want this video to drag on. Wildflower Blend Sunny Area. Wildflower Blend Hummingbird. We have the Wildflower Blend Bird and Butterfly. Then I also have which are falling all over the place, this is called the Perennial Mix Wildflower Mix that they have. And then of course I also got their dwarf zinnias. I got some of their mammoth Russian sunflowers. We also got the giant cactus flowered colors. The semi-dwarf, another of the small package if you don't want to get the big one. Alyssum, if you guys don't plant alyssum in your gardens, you need to be planting them in your gardens because these are great pollinator attractors. I also got some of the Sensation Mixed Colors Cosmos, the Bright Lights Cosmo, and then of course my favorite flower in the whole world is pretty much any variety of marigold. And I got the French Double Dwarf and the Cracker Jack Mixed Colors. Now, they offer a lot more flowers. And right now, every Dollar Tree in our area here in Arlington, they have their seeds. So if you're not out getting them, go get them right now, or you're not going to get them. The next thing we're going to talk about are the vegetable seeds that I bought from Dollar Tree. This is the Early Golden Batten Sweet Corn. The Danvers, now I have more than one packages. I have more than one package. So the Danvers carrots, we got the Mammoth Dill, Sweet Italian Basil, Cucumber Muncher, Contender Green Beans, these do very well, Blue Lake Green Beans, and then the variety of tomatoes that I got from them, I got 2 different types of beefsteak. I got this smaller one. Now these are all heirloom seeds, just for you who want to know. This is, can you see it? It's a little bit smaller, And then this is, of course, the big beefsteak that we're used to. And then the red cherry large fruited tomatoes. So that's all for Dollar Tree. Now we're gonna move on to the next. Okay, so before we go on to the next one, you probably saw the winter stratification. Let's talk a bit about that because that's something that should be going on right now. Now, not all seeds need winter stratification. We're talking about perennials that you don't start normally by seed. You go ahead and plant them out in the garden or in the flower garden. For me, this is the first time that I've ever done this many types of I think it's 5 or 6 that I've ever done. Usually I do this with my garlic. I stick it in the refrigerator for 30 days before I send it out to plant it, just to give it its natural process of kind of going dormant before it, you know, blows up in the winter. And I'm going to read the exact definition because I know someone's going to probably come down in my comments with their holier than thou. Winter stratification is a natural process that occurs when seeds are exposed to cold and moist conditions during winter, which helps them break their dormancy and germinate in the spring. Now, the wildflowers that you see, that's why we plant them now. So that gives them a time to go through that winter stratification. But I have some seeds that I don't really want to put out right now, and that's just because we don't normally have. Now, you would think I'm out here in this room that we've created for me and Joey's classroom that I wouldn't get interrupted, but I do. Yeah, I still do. Anyway, we were talking about winter stratification and the seeds that I am doing that with right now. So I'm doing comfrey, stinging nettle, mullein, mugwort, and marshmallow. Now, if you are in a colder climate that say has like extended days, like you know you're gonna have 30 days of 30-degree or lower weather, you definitely could do this outside, and you could start your seeds outside, or you could put them outside. Just make sure they're covered, you know, so that the seeds themselves don't freeze. You wanna put a layer of dirt over them. Or you can start them in a gallon of milk container where they cut it open, they put the seeds in there, put the top back on it, and tape it. You certainly could do that. I don't have that option where I am. I'm lucky if I get cold weather for a week. We're in our second cold, and honestly, this is not normal for us here. So with that being said, that's why I'm doing it that way, and that is what winter stratification is. So make sure that even though you're reading your seed packets, do a little research and make sure that those seeds don't need that, because if they don't get it, they may not germinate as well. So with that said, let's talk about the first 2 things that I actually bought before I bought seeds. And I probably should have started the video that way, and that was my strawberries. I always order strawberry crowns, and last year we had a really, really hot year, and I struggled with having my strawberries in those green stalk towers. And so a lot of them dried out, or they burnt, basically they burnt, and I lost a lot of my strawberries, so I had to order new strawberry crowns. This year I ordered from an actual strawberry farm, and that strawberry farm was Pence Berry Farm in Arkansas, and I will make sure that I put their link. You'll see it right here at the bottom, and it'll also be down in the description below so you can go to it. But I ordered 50 Chandler and 50 Ozarka Beauty crowns, and it was $100 for all of those. So that is roughly $1 a crown, and that is a really, really good price if you've never bought crowns. Of course, you can get crowns on Amazon. Just look up organic strawberry crowns and they'll pop up really quick, and I've gotten them from there, and I've always had really good success from those guys there. I just chose to do it this way because I was able to get more for my money basically than I am on there. So that's just a little tip. The other thing that I bought were my onion slips. I did not get my onions to really seed really well. Again, we had a really hot summer here in Texas, and they just struggled. Even in the house, they struggled. I couldn't give them enough light. They couldn't stay cool enough. It was just too hot. And so I just gave up and said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy onion slips come January, and that's what I did. But I bought my onion slips from Dixondale Farms. And here they are. Again, their website is right here, and it'll be down in the description. What's great about their Can you see that little guide? What's great about their guide is, you know, just based off of where your picture is, if you are a long day or a short day onion. If you are a short day onion, which is what we are here, that just means we have a shorter sunlight for them to produce a bulb like an onion, where some places have a longer day of sunlight and the onion needs longer than that. And so this is where I ordered those from, and they have a really good guide that you can use. And then the onions that I ordered, were Texas Legend, Southern Red Bell, Yellow, I think it's Gran, it's pronounced Gran, because there's I think a silent X at the end of it, and then the Texas Early Beauty. And so those were what I bought, and even though you're watching this right now, they have already been planted. The strawberries are in their little cups, and the onions are out in the rows where the tomatoes are going to be. Of course, we have got our fingers crossed because, like I said, we have had very unusually cold days. Very unusual for us. All right, so let's get to the next seeds. All right, I'm going over kind of like the less amount of seeds that I have from each place. So this particular bunch of seeds all come from Amazon. And yes, you can get seeds on Amazon, really good seeds on Amazon. So the first seed that I have is a paprika pepper. I have a organic cayenne pepper. I have a serrano pepper. I have parsnips, all-American parsnips. And there's a lot of seeds in here. I think there's like 500 seeds in this one. There's a lot of seeds. I have corn poppy, which will be going out with the wildflowers. I have some more alyssum that I got, because I love alyssum. Seed Savers. If you've never ordered from Seed Savers, you can order directly from Seed Savers, but you can get these on Amazon as well. But I would recommend going to Seed Savers because you're going to save a little bit on the money if you order directly from them. And then the organic, this is the hard red spring wheat. So we will be planting wheat. And so with that said, let's go on to the next seeds. Okay, so we're gonna go through these pretty fast. One of the things, again, intentional, that I am trying to do, I am kind of ordering as many different varieties of Roma tomatoes to determine which ones that I like the best, either for whole tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, ketchup, barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, and then of course I would love to have, you know, last year I had a lot of tomatoes, but I didn't have a lot of Roma tomatoes. So I would love to be able to make, again, my own paste, so, you know, my own tomato paste. So these are all from Amazon. All of these that you're gonna see are all from Amazon, and this is an heirloom organic Roma tomato. And then my favorite bean is Italian green beans. So we have Roma 2 Italian bush bean. The only place that I could find these was on Amazon. Not even at Baker Creek do they have them. Okay, so in the fall, I also love to grow tomatoes, but of course we start to have shorter days. So we want to make sure that the type of tomatoes that we start, they'll come to fruition in time. And so this is called a Black Prince tomato. It was off Amazon. And then of course this is a San Marzano. Now I have some of these from M.I. Gardener too, but this is just a different one. This is from Garden Basics. Then we have the Porterhouse Hybrid. This was given to me. So, and then of course another paprika. Aroma from Burpee. You can get, this is 250 seeds. This right here was $3 for 250 seeds, and that is really good price. So that's that one. Then we have, this one is another one that is another short, from the time you plant it to the time you harvest it type of tomato, and it's from So Right, and this is called the Garden Peach tomato. And then these, remember I said I was being intentional? I think of all the seeds that I've bought, I have 3 seeds that I'm super excited about, and this is one of them. This is sugarcane. And I am super excited about being able to grow sugarcane for us to have our own sugar and get rid of all the processed foods. I know my kids, I would love for them to not eat anything with sugar in it. But if I can't keep them from eating things with sugar, maybe I can keep them from eating things that are processed sugar. I know a lot of them say, oh, you know, it's organic, but it took a process for it to get to that way, and I just kind of want to get rid of that process. So we're going to start. Our next beans are going to be from Survival Garden Seeds, and this will be its own video in the future. This is their kid-friendly growing garden kit, and so we will be doing a video for them in the future, early spring. And so it comes with bunching Tokyo long white onion, French breakfast radish. It comes with the Genovese basil, Sugar Daddy snap peas, which, you know, peas don't really grow well in Texas. It just gets too hot too fast. National pickling cucumber. We have butter crunch lettuce. If you are in Texas, this stuff grows amazing here. And then we have, of course, the ProvidBe, and that's for Survival Garden Seeds. But when it comes to Survival Garden Seeds, I will, right here is their website, but down in the description will be a link. And yes, I do have an affiliation with them, and you will get a discount. It's 10 or 15% if you order through that link. But one of their packages that they came out with last year that was brand new was the Ultimate Medicinal Herb Collection. Now, it was just too late here for us to even try, because those ones that you hear me talking about need winter stratification. They came from here. So there's no way when I got this it was early summer, that I could have started any of these. So I held them, and I have kept them until now. And so we're gonna go over them really quick. Again, this is about being intentional and being able to provide our family with other things other than prescriptions or chemicals. So we're gonna go through these pretty fast. I will do a future video, and we'll talk about what each one of these do. But that's not in this video. This is valerian. And then we have toothache plant, lemon mint, bergamot, oregano, and of course borage or borage, however you say it. We have cayenne pepper again, sage, calendula, black cumin, purslane or purslane, again, however you want to say it, and then catnip. That was the first bunch. Of course, you already heard me say marshmallow. And then we have lovage. It comes with Miracle-Gro. If you've never grown Miracle-Gro and you're like, I hate that flower, don't hate this flower, and I'm going to tell you why. If you love to cook and you like to use saffron, which is crazy expensive, this is called the poor man's saffron. That's not a joke. You can go look it up. That's what it's called. We also have peppermint, common plantain, holy basil, white sage, anise, wormwood, and yarrow finishes off that one. And then our final package that comes in there is, of course, lemon balm, horehound, lavender. That's another one that needs to go out sooner than later. Lamb's ear, feverfew, fennel, stock, hyssop or hyssop, however you want to say it, German chamomile, chivrel, and then of course purple coneflower, or also known as echinacea. Okay, so these two are pretty small. Even though botanical interests are one of my absolute favorite companies. I absolutely love this company. Even though, you know, even after Kevin bought it, he still has kept true to how this packaging was done. And this it's just an amazing seed. But I didn't buy that many because, and I'll show you the price on one of these. So you get 10 seeds and it's $4.29 for this bush Roma. Now I only bought one, But if I was someone who didn't have a lot of money, this is not economical in any way. And I always want to be frank and conscious about the things that I buy, and I tell you to go buy. But this one is common mint, and it's only $1.89. So again, it comes down to, you know, what you buy will determine how much you spend. Okay, so Baker Creek, though I love Baker Creek, it is a hit, in my opinion. They are a hit and miss with germination. But what I will say is most of their flowers I've always had great success with. And they have some of my favorite zinnias in the whole wide world. So, and I just ordered, I just ordered a whole bunch more seeds. This was my first order, but again, little amount of seeds for an expensive packet. And so it's not budget friendly is what I'm saying. So here we go. Queen Lamb Blush Zinnia. And this one is my favorite one. And Dollar Tree used to put out one of these, but they didn't, or at least I didn't find it this year. And that's the Peppermint Stick Zinnia. This is the, I think it's Margarina Zinnia. And this is Tiki's Choice Mix. And then we have the Queen Lime Zinnia, Queen Lime Orange Zinnia, the Pink Senorita, which is actually a cactus. If you look, it's a cactus, which is another one of my favorite zinnias. This is the Queen Lemon Peachy. Got that one. Now these are two different types of, well, no, not the German is not different, but this is a different one, Zaladiland Chamomile. And I just ordered another one that I found in their book, in their bigger catalog that I got from Tractor and Supply that I just ordered. This one is the Aztec Sunset Zinnia. This one is the Queen Lime Red. And then because I plan on planting a lot of chamomile this year. Now chamomile of course is great in teas for relaxation, but it's also here a perennial and will come back every year once it seeds itself, and it is amazing for around your gardens for your pollinators. So this next one is my absolute biggest haul, and that is for M.I. Gardener. For those of you who are on a budget, M.I. Gardener is another one to get seeds. They are $2 a packet. They do have some that are $3, but it's very few and in between. So we're gonna go through what we ordered. This was my biggest order out of all the seeds that I ordered. I have large red cherry. Probably gonna mess this up. The Incredati paste tomato. The striped Roma tomato. Bing cherry tomato, because I love cherry tomatoes. They're probably some of my favorite. Baby Roma. Now I would say that this is probably related to the Juliet Roma, the little tiny tomatoes. And then we have just the basic Roma tomato from them. Napoleon tomato. Martinio's Roman tomato. And then of course tomatillas, because I love tomatillas. The purple tomatilla. Okay, so this next one, we have just basic chives, spotted bee balm, and then these, remember I said there are packages that cost $3. If they come like this, if you see them like this, these are the ones that would be $3. So this was the Dwarf Dazzler Red Cosmo. Then we have just regular cumin. We have garlic chives. Another Genevieve basil, because I forgot that I had it in the other one. Holy basil. And then we have bronze fennel. If you are in Texas, we have a lot of swallowtails, and I'm not gonna eat this, but it's for the swallowtail butterflies so that they will lay their eggs there and their little caterpillars can munch upon this, versus being over on one of my, plants and killing it. Banquet dill, broadleaf sage, and then we grow a lot of basil here. Italian large leaf basil. Okay, dark opal basil. This one's called dark green flat parsley. Lemongrass, If you have an area where you live, say you live close to a lake or you're just close to water, or you have places that have a lot of standing water, plant some lemongrass. It helps keep mosquitoes away. This is lemon mint, another curled chivrel, another borage. We plant a lot of borage. And then this year for fall, when I start to have spaces that I'm not planting in, I bought some garden mix ground cover. We have hyssop, sorrel, and then another chamomile. Okay, we have jeweled mixed nasturtium. We have a swamp milkweed. Now I know somebody's going to come in and say, well, is that normal? Is that indigenous to Texas? East Texas. Yes, it is. East Texas. So I think it will be okay. Amaranth, here's another one that was $3 for me. So they had this particular one. This is called Red Spike. It's a good soil rejuvenator, and sorry, I got distracted by something. This is great for putting more nutrients into your soil. Of course, it's a great pollinator as well. Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth. I think this is everybody's favorite. This is called Pink Surprise Calendula. And then here's the one that most of us here in Texas see, and that is the butterfly milkweed. And then I have California poppy, Iceland poppy, and black swan poppy seeds. So remember I said there's some seeds that I'm very excited about planting this year, and here is the next one. We are crazy about peanut butter. I am not crazy about all the preservatives that get put into it. So this year we are going to give it a whirl, and we are going to plant peanuts, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go because I've never grown peanuts, so I don't know much about them, so it's all new to me. So here we have the Cal Sweet watermelon, we have the Jubilee watermelon, the Honey Rock cantaloupe, and then for peppers, of course, we have jalapeno. We do a lot of salsa around here. The gold, now I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna stop right here. If you're not buying your peppers from M.I. Gardener, you're buying them at the wrong place, because 100% germination and amazing peppers. They tolerate the heat here like you wouldn't believe, and once they start producing, they produce from the time they start until we get our first freeze or frost. This is the Golden California Wonder Ball. This is the yellow one. This is the big red pepper. And then I bought this because my little one saw it on the screen. He said, can I grow that pumpkin? It's chunky. It's the black futsa pumpkin. You see what he means by chunky? And then of course honey nut squash, and then some more Danver carrots. And that was before I had went to Dollar Tree and bought all those, when I bought those two. Okay, so fall. I go ahead and buy all my seeds, regardless if it's fall or summer, I buy them all. So we have Detroit red beets. I have the golden Detroit, shallot and onion seeds to try to get those started in the fall. I had bought already one golden batten corn from them. I have, this is spring, what is it, rapini? And then here is the next seed that we are super excited about growing. Now we know that this is going to take years before we see coffee. But we, for lack of a better words, not only do I cook with it, but I drink it every morning, and so does my husband. So we will be starting coffee. Now, one of the things, I'm gonna read the back of it, takes 8 to 12 weeks. You want to start them indoors, 8 to 12 weeks before your last frost, which were 8 weeks, but not 12. It takes 2 to 6 months for germination to take process, and 3 to 4 years before you have any coffee beans, and you 3 to 5 feet trees. So we will be starting we have 4 packages of those. So that was the 4th one that I'm super excited about. Okay, and this is the final seed haul. Okay, so Blue Lake pole beans, we have black beans, we have light red kidney beans, Campellini beans, and we just said Blue Lake and Contender Bush. That's the final one. Now that we've gotten through the seed haul, we kind of talked a little bit about garden plans, about being intentional, being more self-sufficient as we grow our food. So now I'm going to go over and show you the layout. If you are new here, here is what the garden looks like. Okay, so let's go over the layout. I'm going to put the camera down here. Hopefully you all can see my chicken scratch, and we're going to talk about the garden. Okay, so it was better that I held the camera, and sorry for the shadow. I'm going to try and hold it as still as I can. I don't have one of those little computer things to show you guys. I do chicken scratch. I count it to being old school. So if you were standing in the garden, or I'm sorry, if you were standing in front of the garden, you'd be facing your back towards the pool. And so that's how we're going to do it. So over here is where all of our raised beds are. And currently there are 6, and we just ordered 2 more. So the front 2 will be our wheat. This one is currently planted with garlic. This one will be another wheat. Then we will have carrots. This one is winter wheat right now. This one is winter wheat, and then carrots. Couldn't read my own writing. So we have 4 rows of the cattle panels, and along those rows will be our onions, our tomatoes, and our basil. And that'll go the whole length of the garden. And then on the other side we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we have 5 rows of corn, as well as any of our pole beans, our butternut squash, a row of sunflowers, then 2 rows of melons, and then we will have a row of pumpkins out here on the end. On the front side of that, this is where all our peppers and zinnias go. We will also be moving our cucumbers over here, our sugar cane, and our peanuts. And then these little are all of our bags for our potatoes. I guess I didn't put that on it wasn't a seed haul, but it's part of the garden plan, because we've kept our potatoes seeds from last year. And then this big circle area is the tree that you saw just to the left in the garden picture, and that's where all the wildflowers go. Now by the time you all watch this video, I will have started a lot of seeds, and I do mean a lot of seeds. So I am actually going to put a list down in the description of what I'm planning in January, what I'm planning in February, and what I'm starting in March. And we're going to go over the January list right now really quickly, because I think it's important. We are in January, and if you are in zone 8B, for those of you who are wondering, how do I find out when my last expected frost date is? It's super easy. Let me show you how to do it. So you're going to get on Google. You're going to go up in the search bar, and you're going to put the words, what is my last expected frost date for my zip, and then you put in your zip code, and it'll instantly pop up and tell you when your last expected frost date. And when it comes to planting, your zones are just basically for your perennials, and so you know your hardy zones and what can grow there, what's going to live, what's going to die, what's going to be drought tolerant, what's going to survive the cold, etc. But when you're planting your plants, your garden out in the in your garden, whether it's going to be on your patio, it's going to be in your garden beds, it's going to be in your towers, wherever it's going to be, you don't want to put those plants out and then, you get frost and it kills everything. So it's important to know that last frost date. So here is what I am planting. By the time you watch this, what will have been planted already. Onions, all pepper seeds, all tomato seeds, all wildflowers, some cosmos, not all of them, calendula, poppies, some sunflowers, and that includes my wild sunflowers. That's not those big ones that you see that produce any of basically any of the sunflower oils or the sunflower seeds. Celery, chives, oregano, parsley, rosemary, lavender, thyme, dill, and sage. That is everything that I'm planting in January. So if you have made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to thank you for being here this long. And as promised at the beginning of the video, we're going to be talking about a giveaway. We are about, I think, 200 away from 4,500 subscribers. Once we hit 4,500 subscribers, we are going to give away, if you saw my last video and you didn't see it, I'll put it down in the description. We are going to be giving away one of those beautiful treasure box of heirloom seeds from Lush and Dew to one of our lucky subscribers. Now there are some things that have to take place to make you be able to qualify. You either had to have been here, of course, from the beginning, or you have subscribed within the next 200 and you have made a comment. You make a comment down in the comment section that says hashtag Lush and Dew, so that I know that you want to be put into, that you want to be put into the giveaway, because if I don't see that, I'm not putting you in the giveaway. I will see you very soon in the next video, and until I see you there, thank you so much for your love and support. For those of you who have been here for 3 years, for those of you who are new to the channel and you've made it this far, you might consider subscribing, liking this video. It helps our channel to grow, and hit that notification so that you can be notified when new videos are posted, because folks, it is garden season 2025, and that means garden work, seed starting, plant planting, canning, you name it. All the craziness that comes with a garden is about to start all over again. All the beautiful chaos, because through chaos comes rebirth and new life. Until I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourselves. You keep your heads up, and more importantly, no matter how you do it, you keep growing. Bye-bye, y'all.